Hey, I got a PSA. I got a public service announcement.
Yep.
A dear friend of all of ours, for quite some time, has got a new job at Sens, a breakfast host at Sens.
Oh, it's Kiwi for Sport.
Yeah, Scotty J Stevenson is now on SENZ Breakfast, which has caused a slight conflict of interest with his role within the ACC.
I'm familiar with this conflict of interest.
So he has unfortunately penned his resignation letter.
Oh.
I'm not sure he wants it released, but I'll release it anyway.
I think if he sent it to you, he knew the implication.
It says here, G Lane, ACC Towers, Auckland, New Zealand. Dear G Lane, having now been exposed to your right testicle on 23 separate occasions, it behoves me to tender my resignation from the ACC. Don't get me wrong, it's not just your right testicle, it's your left one too, which is slightly larger than your right. And it's the fact I know this that really concerns me. Things started really well at the ACC. The social media testicle was great value. I would have quite happily sat in that dangling pink porch nutsack all day long and answered the bewildering inane questions you wrote for me. Then you had to let your mouse out of the house. I should have never got you Wayne Barnes's actual Barnesies shorts. He warned me. I did not listen. It's not me, it's you. And not just those parts of you. Everything you touch turns to calamity. The flying chicken nugget incident in Napier, during which you accommodated us in a refurbished rest home that still smelled of dead people, springs to mind. Yeah, that was some accommodation. Anyway, I can still recall waking up in a bed next to Lee Baker, who, half naked as he was, resembled a dead person. Which he did. He looked like E.T. in the stream. I thought he was dead. Sure, it has been fun, but the events in the immediate aftermath of the great cricketing travesty of 2019 still haunt me, as does the recollection of contending with an out-of-control sea lion during a routine Black Clash getaway in Hawke's Bay. Actually, why did so many awful things happen in Hawke's Bay? Well, never mind. I love you, you know that, but ever since Hoyt took the middle initial you gave me and pawned it off of his own, it's like a part of me has died. You're right, sir. Much like Joe Jury essentially did when he passed out on the finish line at the Queenstown Half Marathon after attempting to run it in full merino undergarments. Please apologise to Matt Heath for me. I did not mean to punch a hole in his television. I had never used VR before, or since, for that matter. I like Jeremy. He seems nice. Best for your continued exposure, Scotty J Stevenson.